Started up on our ways, and okay, I gotta say, Trinidad gone for the days of Ole Miss. It's something sad to say, but it's I don't know what we doing. No, we know what we doing, okay. But shout out y'all for tuning in. Trinidad, as y'all could tell from the video, he will be the number one pick of the NFL draft. Um, if I'm the Raiders, this is who I want. I don't want Mendoza. Switch it all. This is the guy I want. Trinidad Chambliss. Y'all, we heard the news today, just like recently, that he's not going to be able to play his 6 year of eligibility at Ole Miss. If he were to, if he were to go back to college, it would. He told everybody it would be Ole Miss. ESPN and Sports Center did like a whole thing with him, saying like breaking news. Hey, I signed like a deal or something with Ole Miss saying I would stay, and now NCAA said, "No, you can't stay." They'll likely probably take this to court, and I don't. This is probably not done yet because let's kind of break this down a little bit. So uh, the NCAA wanted like transcripts and like actual paperwork of him being hurt when he was at Ferris State. So I guess a whole year while he was at Ferris State, he didn't play, and one of his trainers or something like that only had paperwork of when he was sick. Like he didn't have paperwork of when he was going to the doctors and actually getting like actually the rehab of him getting like knee work done. I think it was his knee or something like that. So, but yeah, and then you see this kid Damon Williams over here. Terrible. He think these kids think they're the guy. He's like, shit, I can just turn on my guys at Washington and just But no, F him. F Damon. We ain't here to talk about Damon though. But last thought for it. But Damon, if I'm Washington, I don't want him anymore. Let him go to Oregon State, something. Shoot, I don't really care because I mean, if you don't want to fulfill your contract, do we have to fulfill the contract now? I mean, it's like it's up in the air. But yeah, Trinidad Chambliss, he's out for Ole Miss. What a game last night. Because if that's the only guy like through these playoffs, he's looked crazy. I know his night ended last night, but it's like, do we really think they were gonna go over the top like that? And Perkins, one of their linebackers, I think he's like their edge rusher. I knew like that line was way too big for him to get home, and some of those guys for the Ole Miss line. So I mean, they have some little like, yeah, like I drive if I'm an NFL GM, shoot, if they don't take all them dudes in round one, hey, I'm all that line, I'm just keeping the Miami line together, bro. Honestly, and just letting them ride out. Shoot, hey, if I'm an NFL GM or an owner, that's what I want, backups and all. You know what I'm saying? Whoever on that D line, you're on my team. You're on my team. Yes. No, but Trinidad, it does suck for Trinidad because I know we all probably knew that he wanted to come back and play for Ole Miss, and you know, I'm not an Ole Miss fan. Shoot, I don't, y'all see the hat. I don't really. I'm glad Mississippi football done, but I knew if Trinidad even came back, I don't even think they would have the same season they had. I think, shoot, maybe they get 5 losses next season if Trinidad. Like, I think they still gonna have like a lot of losses next season because it might be a lot of the same guys that are there. You're still landing some transfer portal guys, but it's just that um is Pete Golden gonna have that like year one, like you can't ride on that lane train no more. That the riding on that hate for lane or whatever. That that's gonna die down next season. We'll see what Pete Golden does with his opportunity as a head coach of Ole Miss. We'll follow around. We'll probably, when a big gang comes on, when they get like a Georgia or a Tennessee, that's when most people probably tune into them. But when they play Mizzou and South Carolina, it's like, okay, we see you now. But let's see what they do next season. And then Ty Simpson's entering the draft too. I think he should have stayed another year, but I think I already talked about this a little bit. Austin Mack, he's 6'6", something like that. Huge quarterback. I would love to see what Austin Mack has on the table if it's not for Bama, someone else, because they have Keelan, the 5-star, from Bama, who's looking to start for the A, and I feel like that's kind of why Ty left, is because the quarterback room is ready to do some work for them, and yeah, like I think it might be Keelan if it's not Austin. I don't know how young Austin Mack is because Austin was with Kalen DeBoer when he was with Kalen DeBoer in Washington, I think too. So this might be his like junior year, maybe like his redshirt junior year, something like that. So we'll see what happens with because I'm really intrigued. Austin Mack, like he got the braids, he looked like like a creative player or something like that. So yeah. But if he doesn't have wheels, if he's not, there's probably a reason why he didn't start this year. Ty was probably he wanted that job. He's been there since forever. I think since Bryce. I don't know, maybe. Um, but yeah, Chambliss though, it sucks for his opportunities and like just putting out more tape for NFL GMs and everything. But I think he showed enough for NFL GMs this year. Maybe hopefully he knows playbooks. Hopefully, that's hopefully that's not the thing he's worried about, and it was just like tape on the field, and hopefully he can just because some quarterbacks learning a whole new system is just hard for them, and yeah. But I think some like where's some picks for Trinidad? I mean, obviously Raiders, obviously maybe the Jets, some other teams. Mm, hmm. Mm, I was thinking, no, because they have Brock Purdy, so they're good. Because it's like every young quarterback, it's like, oh, send him to Kyle Shannon. Oh, McVay, homie. McVay is out there waiting for to get his QB for the next year. So Rams is definitely a place to see Trinidad or the Dolphins because they got some things to work on. And then Penix, um, they're the coach that the coach that drafted Penix is now fired. So got to see what Atlanta does. Um, yeah, there's some teams out there that need some help at the quarterback position. Trying to think. Because Trinidad will be round one. I think he'll with Ty now. I think that kind of defeats Ty's chances, like literally. Or if they take this court, we don't know. Um, Trinidad might come back. If they take it to court, because NCAA always loses in court. We know this. They take all these people to court, and it's like, hey, we have nothing to stand on really. So it's just like, hey, we ain't really gonna fight this case, and then we just gonna lump sum, lump sum, lump sum, lump sum. Or sometime, like when Michigan cheated or whatever, they only took 20 million from them, and then they do stupid stuff like giving Auburn national championships that they don't even deserve or have. They play it on the field, homie. Don't just outright get. I get it. They had undefeated seasons, but like, damn, homie, that was your decision back then to not put them in the championship game against USC. So it's like, hey, um, yeah, shout out Pete, shout out Ole Miss. Like, not the fans though. Fans, I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Y'all with your Confederad flags. Yeah, that's what we gonna call it. That Trinidad flag is a Confederad. Uh-huh. Y'all turn it into Confederad flag, okay? So don't get it twisted. Like, hey, we know what you're doing. Don't try to sugarcoat it. Uh-uh. You can't hold that flag up, so you hold that flag up. Got it. But anyways, like if we see that flag next year, uh-huh, okay. No, but you go see some people, but I can't really talk about. They say it's different over there. You can't if you ain't in bed, you don't know. But I watched your documentary about your university, and it's like you don't tell me nothing different. So it's like, goddamn. Um, Tell me something different. Then I'll go on something different. Don't show me who you are every time I see you on TV. A-holes screaming at other people, and I guess this is who they are though, from reports. But yeah, man, what a day for college football tonight. We have Indiana and Oregon. Um, I hope Oregon loses. You already see the hat, but man, USC is going down too. So, but Oregon, they have a shot tonight. Indiana just plays complete all around dominant football. So we'll see what happens. And let's see if Oregon's speed. I feel like that will break through for Oregon. I don't think Oregon's line is gonna like affect Indiana that much, to be honest. Like only you DJ's brother, Ukulele or something. My bad. I think he'll have some, time in there, and they got some other backers that could do some work. So yeah, Indiana. I have Indiana for the win tonight, 31-17. That's my prediction score. What a game last night, though. Carson Beck is not like the thing is he's not gonna have the same roster or this. It's probably his roster. I mean, it might be worse, it might be better because he's gonna be probably a second round, third round guy because of Chambliss now. If he comes out to the draft, so we will see on another episode. Thank y'all for tuning in. I love y'all. Like and subscribe. We'll be back for another one. Ciao.